today is a DIY. So all I did was like record the footage. So I'm gonna have a voiceover throughout the footage, but it's these ears. And I actually made two different kinds. I made these for the bows on the side, and then I made this pair where it's in the center. So first thing I'm gonna ask you is, which pair do you like better? The bow in the center, or the bow off to the side? I think I'm partial to the bow off to the side for some reason. Don't know why, but these are my fall inspired ears, and enjoy this DIY. All right, thanks. So first I take some cardboard, and then I have two different sizes of ears. I have like cutouts anyway. I have the size for sewing, which I use for my cardboard, and then I have a size for the fabric. So I've got the sewing size set out. I've got a hot glue gun and some hot glue. I've got a pen and a marker. I've got some stuffing. I've got my scissors. I've got my fabrics for the ears and for the bows. Then I have two different kinds of ribbon that I wanted to use. I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use, and you'll see which one I ended up using at the end of this. So the first thing I do is I trace 4 of these sewing ears so that I can cut them out to make them into the backers for the ears. You use 2 pieces per ear. So here you see me tracing them, and I actually end up tracing more than 4 because I'm making several ears at the same time. So you see I'm using up the whole board here, as well as cutting all of these out. So once you have them cut out, you then want to take them and trim them to be the same size so that they line up correctly when you glue them together, which you will see in another step. So once I'm done cutting those out and then trimming them, I then take the fabric line, the fabric ear, which you see right here, which is slightly bigger than the sewing ear, which that's important because you want to be able to put the fabric around the cardboard. I set these down and I trace out, putting cardboard under it, and I trace out the ear, leaving a little tail at the bottom because that will need to fold under the ear as well. So I trace out 4 of these. I then cut out all 4 of these ears, and then once that is done, I put them on the cardboard and hot glue the ears to the cardboard. Making sure I pull it tight and paying very close attention to the edges because you want to make sure that the fabric does get on the cardboard all the way around. Additionally, you do want to leave the tail end, the little extra fabric down at the end, unglued because we want to stuff the ears. So once all the ears are glued, all the fabric's glued onto the ears, we then want to stuff the ears. You want to be careful when you're stuffing these ears to make sure that you do not stuff them too full because it will in fact make the cardboard bend. You also want to make sure that you stuff this all the way down to the bottom of the ear so you don't have any cardboard visible. I mean, it's not visible, but card edges. You can use your finger or you can use a stuffing stick, which usually comes with some polyfill if you purchase it. Once that's done, you need to glue the little edge and tuck it under as much as possible. If there's any excess, you can trim it off. You don't have to, but you can. And that will complete your ear before gluing them together. So once your ears are stuffed, you then want to line them up to make sure they match well, and then glue them together. So I take glue around all the outside and then put some in the center, and then I push them together and hold them together until they are dry. That way I can glue the ears together, or put the ears on the headband. Oh my goodness, can't speak. So the next thing I do, instead of going ahead and putting them on the headband, I do the ribbon around, and this time I'm using twine, and I take it slow because the slower you go, the better it looks. So I'll cut a length out just enough for the ears. I glue some down in the bottom and tuck it around, and then wrap it around slowly and glue all the way around, and then glue under the bottom again. So once I have my ears on or attached to each other, I take a headband, and then I also take a pair of ears I've already got and line the ears up onto the headband to match to where they are evenly spaced. So here I'm using the tiger ears. So I'll line them up. I then put hot glue on the bottom of the ear and hold it to the headband tight. And I do that for both sides. And then when I go to do the bow, also I do some trim around the headband, the base of it, if I feel like it's not, if I feel like it's doesn't, like if you can see the glue, I'll put some more of the ribbon, in this instance twine, around the base of the ear where it's touching the headband, just to add that little extra touch to it. If it's glued on really well, I don't bother, but if you can see the glue, I do. So to get to the ribbon, or to the bow, I cut out, it's probably about 6 inches of ribbon. I fold the edges over and do a little hot glue, and then I fold them again to make the size of the bow I want. I do kind of eyeball it to see how big I want the bow. Sometimes I want them smaller, sometimes I want them bigger. In this case, we did do a slightly bigger one. And then you fold it accordion style, put a little hot glue in between the creases on the bow, hold it there for it to dry just a little bit, and then take some more fabric, fold it over and glue it, and then wrap it around your bow and hot glue it there, and then let that dry for a minute, and then put a little hot glue on the bottom of the bow and attach it to where you would like it placed on your ears. In these ears, because I created 2, I did one off to the side and one centered. In addition to these ears, because I wanted them fall themed, I also created grabbed these little plastic leaves and glued them onto the ear itself, just to give it that little extra touch to it. So that is my DIY for these fall inspired ears. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already subscribed to me, please do so, especially if you enjoy DIYs and anything Disney related. Don't forget to hit that like button and leave me a comment below. I like communicating with all of you. If you haven't checked me out on Instagram, Snapchat, or Twitter, please do so. My handle is Christy Lee A, and there's a link in the description below that will take you to my Instagram. I also have a P.O. box if you'd like to send me mail. I love receiving mail. And if you want to support this channel, I'm not saying you have to, but if you would like to, my PayPal is also listed below. Please also check out my partner channels. They are Heather over at the Disney Housewife and Alicia over at Cinder Ellie Loves Disney. Thank you so much for watching this video and for all your support. I really do appreciate it. Bye now. I hope you guys liked this DIY. If you did, give me a good thumbs up and let me know if you like DIYs. All right, thanks for watching. Bye now.